can give us their opinions about.
Oh, we had this conversation 2 weeks ago on Podcast Friday, and I think the guys all think Ronan Williams, without a shadow of doubt, should
Coach
be.
Fulani says,
Coach Fulani said the same thing. Understandable, it's his player. Iki was second on that list, and Tito was third on that list.
Yeah.
This past weekend on Friday, we did the best young player, and I can tell you now that Oswald Apollos was the favorite. And you look at the stats.
Not really.
No.
I thought Rile would be top of that list.
No, because you look at the stats on Amazola as far as the best young player, because these are all the players that are under the age.
Yeah, I mean, there has been a time when Rile was not playing, especially after he came back from trials in the UK. But Oswin that's how he pushed his way into the Bafana
most
team.
chances created by a player under 23, 43. Oswin Apollos.
Impressive.
He's the leader of that. Most goals scored by a player under the age of 23. Cupido's on 6. He's second on 5.
Yeah.
Rile is not on both those things.
Wow.
Most assists by a player under 23. Rile again is at 3, tied with Oswin Apollos.
That's impressive.
He's the only one that shows up in all 3 of those categories.
Yeah.
Oswin Apollos. Goals created, goals scored, goals assisted. What else do you want? 1837.
Last story. The Pirates coach again was asked about a player who's impressed, actually, Talent Mbata, who's on loan from SuperSport United, a surprise signing by all accounts. And I understand that the Orlando Pirates hierarchy have indicated that they want to trigger the buyout option. And the coach was also asked whether he wants to keep him long term.
That's probably not the space to talk about that. So far he's a player of the group, he's in our squad. I don't see him like a player who is on loan. He's just one more player in our arsenal. We're gonna use him as good as we can, and there's other people who needs to decide, including the player, how it's gonna look talented future. So I just hope the best for him.
Well, we'll be keeping an close eye on those transfer movements. It's that time of the season now, silly season, yakala.
Oh, guys, I forgot to do the hashtag Ask Mazola or hashtag Ask the Principal. So if you do have questions for them as far as news and the refereeing is concerned, send me a tweet. It's at Andy Lengube. Hashtag, you must say Ask the Principal or Ask Mazola. Take a break. When we come back, the Principal.
Don't touch that dial. It's now a different playing field. Metro FM. It's where you want to be.
Both teams to lose. Never heard it in my life. Nadeem Lukele. Join us every single Friday, guys, on Podcast Friday. It's the best place to be on radio between 6 and 7. Hey, Tavik.
Hey,
you good, the Principal?
I'm good, and how are you, man?
Decisions over the weekend?
Decision, man. Some will take them to Soccer Zone, but let's start with this one. This one is called Celebration of a Goal under Law 12. We saw in the SuperSport and Chiefs match, there are some gestures that we want to educate our viewers. It says, the law says players can celebrate when a goal is scored, but the celebration must not be excessive. Choreographed celebration are not encouraged and must not cause excessive time wasting. Leaving the field of play to celebrate a goal is not a questionable offense, but players should return as soon as possible. Now, here's the big one. A player must be cautioned. Even if the goal is disallowed, you will be cautioned. 1, when you climb the perimeter fence or approaching the spectators in a manner which causes safety or security issues, acting in a provocative, derisive or inflammatory way, covering the head or face with a mask or other similar item, removing the shirt or covering the head with the shirt. So now all this, there's a clip circulating around to say a player scored a goal and then he is cautioned for removing the T-shirt. The goal is disallowed by VAR. What about the yellow card? The yellow card will still stand because you remove the T-shirt, and the law is clear here. A player must be cautioned even if the goal is disallowed.
So tell me, who was Mfundo giving the middle finger to?
We don't know, but we can see that it was not seen by the referees, because if it has been seen by the referees, it goes to using offensive, insultive or abusive language or actions. So it goes to send off offenses. So if it was seen by the referees... So was it a
red?
That action on its own...
The middle finger, yeah.
Yeah, it's a red, that one.
So you should have gotten a red for that.
For that, it's a red card. So, unfortunately, it was not seen.
Aye,
so,
obrigado, Ntwana yami. Aye, ungaphinde, man.
Adithi,
You got away with it, Ntwana yami. Let it be the last.
Remember the other time when Ryan Chapman scored against Pirates? He did the sign of breaking the bones. Benny McCarthy almost murdered him because you can't do that. It's against the laws of the game. It's
I
provocative.
see somebody saying Lila K had fouled him. So he might have been reacting to Lila K fouling him, not the fans necessarily.
Yeah, as a young player now.
So I can't tell Lila, stop fouling me, you.
You can tell him, but don't use your finger.
So our job, is to educate and inform.
But on a serious note,
Yeah.
So him pulling the middle finger the way he did,
Yeah.
is a red card offense.
It's a red card offense.
But in
It's
the field,
offensive.
but on the field of play,
Yeah.
Players
when you
swear.
sit close enough,
Yeah.
you can hear there's a lot of swearing.
Yeah.
You guys hear it too. You hear F-bombs. You hear all sorts of things, Ref. Those players don't get a red card.
If you swear, it's a red card, my aunt.
No.
Uh,
There's a coach I would in every single game.
Yeah.
He drops all sorts of bombs.
Yeah.
I've never seen him get a red. Come on, Vic.
No,
Players swearing don't always get a red card.
No, let me tell you about the law. There's this word that is used by the white people. Not that they are insulting, but they use the F word in another way to express frustration.
Yeah.
I almost gave a red card to a coach, and I look at the context. But this man, his player missed a sitter, and then he's using that word. I don't know if it will be insulting, but they use it.
I don't use it here because we'll get a red card.
This is a family show, yeah. I had to ask Bennett and Paulo Marx, hey, this coach says 1, 2, 3.
Because give him a hole. Yeah.
And then they explained to me, no, they are not insulting Vic.
So if you had said the same word,
Yeah.
Kasetsu.
No, it depends on the situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can swear, but depending on the situation.
If you miss a sitter and then you swear, I won't give you a red card. I'll tell you, hey, mind your language. But if you come to me and say at me or say at another player, then that's a red card.
I miss a goal and I show the goalkeeper the middle finger.
And then you're gone. And then you're gone.
I'm
because-
frustrated.
Yeah, that one everyone can see.
All right. Anything else?
The other one, it's a penalty given to Pirates against Royal AM. We'll take this one to Soccer Zone to highlight as to whether it happened inside or outside.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the other one, the last one, this is Dudla offside between Amazulu and Chipa.
It's Dudla.
It's Dudla.
Wow.
Assistant
Big house.
So, but we'll take it to Soccer Zone so that
David.
we can show the distance that Alena is
Ubatla visual this one.
Yeah, because I have to show the distance. It was almost 2-3 meters. When I look at it, I'm like
when Mabasa a few years ago scored for Pirates against Highlands Park.
it's Dudla, so.
Leonard is Dudla.
Yeah, so
Alright.
there's Dudla. So let's take this Dudla.
But you're not being fair. How many did you give us here?
I gave you 3.
And then the other 2 you're taking.
The other 2 I'm taking. The other one I gave you the decision.
No, it's fair enough. It's fair enough.
Thank you.
It's 18:44. Because I know you guys complain, but we only have so much time between the gents, and we still want to take your calls and your reactions as well. The weekend, Arsenal, they're doing a good job. They are definitely a little bit more than pretenders to the throne at the moment. You guys complain that you don't get enough time on a Monday in particular. I'm giving you all the time now. We take a break. It's 18:44, 18:45. We begin with your WhatsApps. 18:50. We take your calls. Call now.
Welcome to the Urban Rhythm Revolution.
Listen,
Metro FM.
I'm the greatest of all time.
For all things urban,
I love this station.
it's where you want to be. Live from coast to coast and to the world
Favorite station on blast.
at metrofm.co.za. Metro FM. It's where you want to be.
Hurry! Run to KFC for our Kentucky Tuesday 6 for 79 deal. Get 6 pieces of original recipe chicken for just 79 Rand, saving yourself an epic 28 Rand. Don't miss out. Get it this Tuesday at your nearest KFC. It's finger licking good. T's and C's apply.
Soccer fans, it's time to score the ultimate goal with Hollywood Bets. With a max payout of up to 30 million Rand and over 100 soccer markets to bet on. Bet online now. T's and C's apply. Hollywood Sportsbook is a licensed betting operator. Hollywood Bet supports responsible gambling. No persons under the age of 18 years are permitted to gamble. Winners know when to stop. South African Responsible Gambling Foundation toll-free counseling line 0800 006 008 or WhatsApp help to 076 675 0710.
All right, here we go. Call Metro FM now on 0860 002160. Drop us a voice note on 060 552 7303.
Waking up, I'm too turned up.
Andile, good evening, my brother. Orlando Pirates beating Royal AM 4-0. It looks like Orlando Pirates are scoring these days. Last time they scored 7-1, and now they're winning 4-0. Congratulations to Orlando Pirates once again. This will make our national team a stronger national team again. We will compete in Africa.
They were my second favorite this season.
Thank you.
Thank you, Moses.
Andy, there's nothing to apologize for, especially for Arsenal. There will be nothing. If you must offer that apology in a couple of weeks to come, let me be also there with you. There's nothing to apologize for. Arsenal is not going to win the league. Because it's hard into. Or should I say Arsenal will win the league when Arsenal wins the league. For now, there's still nothing planned. It's up and Rottenberg.
Hi, Andy and the three wise men.
Hey.
This was Soweto. I would like to say, actually, Freedom Day actually exists. You know, I've seen it. Kaizer Chiefs won. Arsenal survived the scare of a second half. I know. So something is right about Freedom Day this year. Enjoy your night, Andile. It's Buddha, so it's sharp.
Andile, Jimmy Magot is gonna Motepe, Mazola, Tavigi. Ay man. Coach Ara Sundowns on like you to Tomabia. Rolani Nargi in Guyana can't. You cannot put Mushishi on the bench, Papa.
Yes.
You cannot put a Lodge on the bench. Augustensi Obrimudi Baga second half. Na Mukhalaba, Wella Morao. Jimmy Magot the busy gonna Motepe, Dango.
Listen to that. Lukosi giving advice. Hey? Hey.
Good evening, Andile and the guys in the studio. Hard luck ku Sundowns. Bazamile. But kucacile ukuthi Esperance being a pay kwabo ngoba badlile away and home. So no excuses. But kunempi la ekhona social media ukuthi abanye bekhosi babonakala besupporta Esperance. Ukusupporta understanding yami is a choice. Nami nje ngomunye nje abajabulayo ukuthi Sundowns idliwe.
100%.
Bengayisupport futhi angisoze ngayisupport. Ubongani ke la well-Petershist ko 13.
I mean, we know the conversation, guys, to say when you play Champions League, you saw that everybody supports the South African. No, I disagree with it highly.
Yeah, even Zamalek and Al Ahly in Egypt. They don't
you support your team. Your team is your team. You support your team. I don't like Man City. I'm happy they got beaten in the Champions League because I'm a Man United fan. I was rooting for Real Madrid because that's the team that I was saying, hey, they must beat the one I don't like. I don't think because my team is out, I must support the other team in Manchester. No, it doesn't work like that, guys. Well, for me, it's all individual. People feel as South Africans, we should all
be patriotic. Yeah.
Me, as Andile here, who does this, I definitely supported Sundowns. And I wanted, and I'm sure, as all did the journalists, all of them, we supported Sundowns, wanted to see them go further. Vic, I'm sure you as well. But for a Chiefs fan,
nope.
Oh, well, let's take one more and then take the calls.
Good evening, Are you speaking to Mission Proteas Land? And I just want to speak about athletics and the kind of disappointment that I have with the SASCOP. You know, they haven't really prepared our athletes going into the Summer Olympics in France. Because if you looked at our performance at the All Africa Games, it was very, very disappointing. But nonetheless, running a 10:01 is not that bad. But I think Akani Simbine could have done a whole lot better if he had competed in a SADC region. You know, there are many athletes who have been running a sub-10 in the SADC region. So, yeah, I think we can do better, and good luck to all our athletes going into the Paris Olympics. Danko.
We're going to have the president in the studio soon because we had him speaking about the awards this coming weekend.
We didn't get into
the sports awards. We couldn't
Paris,
get into Paris things. So when we have him, we'll bring that up as well. So let's take your calls now. It is 1850. Let's see. Let's start with Koli. Koli's out in Johannesburg, wants to speak about Akani. Koli.
Yo, what a great performance. How are you, sir?
Yeah, no, I'm always good, man. The three wise men are here.
Yes. I just want to talk about Akani, football aside from...
No, let's go for it.
Okay. I would like first to applaud Akani for great performance he gave us over the weekend. And I was a little bit worried about his start because it wasn't as great as I expected. And I think it was due to psychological side of things because previously, you remember very well that he was disqualified at some point for a false start. So I thought maybe he was very careful of being disqualified again for a false start. But what impressed me is how he accelerated as the race progressed at about...
You had a good finish. Didn't start well, you're right.
Yo, that was great, bro. That was great.
It was that last 4 seconds push. He was really great there. I mean, that's when Coleman was leading that race for most of it, and then boom, he came and he just stole it.
I believe the next target for him is to just try to improve his clocking because 10.01 doesn't beg a name and the best athlete in the world who Bolt. It's not that good. And remember, okay, we're computer no Bolt. So I would like to see him making 9 point something, just below 10.01.
Yeah, no, 10.01 is not going to win you the gold. That's for sure. That's for sure. But it might get you to the semis or maybe even the final, but I'm not sure. Definitely get you through the heats, but it's not going to win you the gold. Thank you so much, man, Koli. I appreciate it. Let's go to Sibongile. He hasn't been calling in a very long time. I want to speak about Amazulu and Chipa, another coach. I mean, we keep saying the coach, Morgan Mamila, but it's not really the coach, is he? One of the coaches, a member of the technical
advisor.
Morgan Mamila is listening. He's done a fantastic job that they really have out at Chipa. Sibongile. Go for it. I'm listening.
Yeah, ngifuna nje ukudlulisa ukubonga okukhulu kakhulu kwiqembu laMosotho. I think it's been a while now we last collected maximum points with DStv Premiership, but over the weekend, Lucky was on our side. We managed to beat an informed Chipa United because since they have welcomed Coach Kwanele Kopo no Coach Utabo September, they've been doing very well. It was not a fluke to win against Chipa United. I think we can build on to those results and then maybe see how far we'll go until the end of the season because our situation was not good. When you look at the points between the bottom teams and us, there was not much difference. I was very, very happy with that 3 points. And then going to England, in Liverpool, see that still do. Man City, the Arsenal match. So which is
Thank you so much, Swungaleni there, Matafeni. Let's go to Dixon. Dixon, Wamslang. All the regulars coming back today. It's been a while. Dixon. Dixon.
Hello, Andy. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Go for it.
Yeah, I'm a very, very grateful Kofi fan. You know why I'm grateful?
Tell me.
I'm grateful to Sundowns because of year in, year out, they make me go to the stadium to watch Champions League where there's high level of technicality and practicality in terms of football. So I cannot stand there and criticize a new Sundowns that they can lose the game because of if I wish for Sundowns to lose the game in the semi-final, the quarter-final, I missed out on the very, very good football that I see them playing with the best teams in Africa. You understand, Andy? And I'm grateful again because of I'm going to be counted as a South African in the Club World Cup. One of my team in the country is going to represent me there, and I'm fully behind Mamelodi Sundowns.
And here's the thing, Wena Dixon. I don't question that. I just don't think we should force every South African to support Sundowns at that time. Those that don't want to because they're hurt because of what Sundowns do to them here, they're more than welcome to their feelings.
They support other teams.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Andy, how do you wish for Sundowns to lose the Champions League while even your management for a team, they are not ambitious in terms of Champions League? They even tell coaches that they should rather lose the Champions League rather than not getting into the top 8. It's not same as Europe. Europe has got Manchester United fans. They can criticize Manchester City in the cricket because they are also participating there. They are part and parcel. How do you?
Some years they're not there.
I mean, we haven't been there in a very long time as regulars. But I hear what you're saying. And I just think, Dixon, that it's okay. You are more than welcome to, and it's support that I'm pretty sure is more than welcome at Sundowns. But I don't think it should be standard for everyone.
And unfortunately, this thing is escalating in the national team. If their players are not kept in the national team, they do the very same thing to the national team. And we shouldn't be condemning this. And this thing, they're giving it even to the national team, these people.
So we must force them to support Sundowns?
No, well, I'm not saying you must force them, but you must be realistic.
And what's the reality here?
The reality is that if someone is doing right in our country, whether it's a team, whether it's a sportsman, we rally behind them.
I hear you, but it's not the same as you know, in athletics. In athletics, you don't have an individual that you support. You support the sport. You support the South African. You know, but this is a little bit different. I don't mind people that support Sundowns or whoever it is, as Kukune, Orlando Pirates, Stellenbosch, whoever it is that's going to go into the Champions League. I just don't think that it's mandatory because you're South African, you must support. I can tell you now that Zamalek supporters, right?
Yes,
or even, let's leave that one and go to North African teams because they always, it is North African, they're always there. They're not going to support Al Ahly.
Exactly.
They're not going to support Al Ahly because Al Ahly are there. No, they're not going to do it.
It's big rivalry there.
It's a huge rivalry, and they're allowed to, and it's okay. Those that support, it's okay as well. I just don't think it's an issue that we must drag on. If you feel so, then it's okay, Dixon.
Dixon. Sounds defeated, Dixon.
Dixon. Pilani, usemlazi. Pilani.
Ukraine.
Ngizobamba umqamane elila. Ukhuluma nami.
You're right. I hope you listen to the show. And to all Masandawana fans, Urulani, he signed a 4-year contract with Sundowns, and this is a contract. Sundowns did everything right on Saturday. There's nothing you can do.
The goalkeeper was the man of the match.
Nothing you can do. And I think as South Africans, we need to appreciate our coaches. He did everything right. So, Roland, I don't know where he is, wherever he is, we love you. Stay at Masandawana. We love you. So
I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let's end up with Tatani. Come on to our house. Lisibe.
He wants to talk to you.
Lisibe, I'm not even going to say anything. Talk to him. He's listening.
Yeah, good evening to the gentleman in the studio. Tatana, I hear what you're saying with regards to different interpretation of the law, which I think will cause a confusion in the long run. I'll give you an example. I saw a clip where Mo Salah scored against Tottenham. Same, more or less the same. He was in an offside position. He scored more or less how Mahango scored against Sundowns. It was allowed. Yesterday, there's a referee there in Europe. I say, former referee, his name is Demond, I think. He also, if you look at Spurs, disallowed goal, it's more or less, they said it's how the referee interpreted it because of the player who blocked the ball was Arsenal's defender, but he was not interfering, which caused more confusion to me. So my question is, will it not cause more confusion to others on how they interpret because one was allowed to, the other one was not allowed to stand? Lastly, you know there's a team in Europe called PSG. I hope you understand where I'm referring. In French league, they are very big lions. In Europe, they are cats.
I hear you. Thank you very much. Tatana, very quickly, Faith is waiting here, and I saw her over the weekend. She's a feisty woman, so I don't want to keep her waiting. They kept her waiting. Hey, she nearly killed people.
Yeah, let's see. This is a new consideration, but however, we are still investigating so that we can give you the final decision from the relevant authorities. So we'll
on
give
which
you
one?
On this one, that deliberate play, and this new consideration of the distance. Player has control over the body movement. So we are still, doing our own investigation.
So
and
basically, you are sticking to your gun, and you are happy to challenge it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. That's it. 7 o'clock, top of the hour. The team is on Soccer Zone this evening. Do catch us as we give you the things that he didn't want to give us here. That's going to be under new consideration. Mazol, Thank you. Go back to Wait too. Thank you. Hey.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you? Why do you say that I'm feisty?
You are.
What do you mean I'm feisty? I'm not feisty. I'm nice.
You know, you got a small body, but what comes out of there is big energy. Huh?
Hi.
You look so beautiful.
Do you think so?
I was so scared for you. I thought the way you look, because you were in traditional Swati garb, right? I thought, oh man, I hope she doesn't leave the stadium like this, because Mswati might just have another wife if he sees her.
Well, the good thing is, if anybody knows, you were sitting next to me the whole time.
I was.
You were sitting next to. Although you made sure that you were sitting next to me the whole time.
I had to make sure that I protect South Africa's treasure. I mustn't cross the border.
Was it South Africa's treasure or was it your treasure?
It's one after the hour, 7 on Mighty Metro FM. Hey, for the first time, I'm blushing.
Just checking whose treasure it was. Was it South Africa's treasure or was it your treasure that you were protecting?
You're definitely a treasure.
Oh.
And you're to be treasured.
Well.
What do you have going on?
Hi, okay, this evening on the show, we are going to be looking at, as the MK party, if you remember now, has expelled its leader, Jabulani Khumalo. The very same Jabulani Khumalo I had a conversation with a couple of months ago. And 4 others, they've been expelled for trying to destabilize the party. We were with Mkhonto Wesizwe this evening to try to explain exactly what happened, as well as allegations of stealing,
so who speaks
of
on their
forging. Mkhonto Wesizwe's national spokesperson, Tlamulo Ndlela, is the person that speaks. So also remember those allegations of them having defrauded or fraudulently acquired signatures.
Yeah.
So we're going to be speaking to them again about that as well. And we're also trying to get the IEC to comment on about exactly what does it mean. And it's not just for Mkhonto Wesizwe, it's about any other political party that may, or allegations arise that they may have acquired signatures fraudulently. What does it mean from them, and how does the IEC protect the integrity of the elections? Because I think that is what is important right now. We're also going to be in conversation with the Western Cape equal education researcher Kimberly Khumalo. This is regarding Western Cape, where hundreds of Western Cape learners, I wish this was a lie. It has emerged that there's still hundreds of children who have not been placed in a school because there's no place for them in the Western Cape. Yeah. I was also...
In 2024?
Yeah. Hundreds of kids have not been placed because there's no space for them in the Western Cape. We're going to get to the bottom of it. And then in Soweto, as many of you are enjoying about 32 days or so of no load shedding. Congratulations, South Africa. Hi. Ow. Working together.
I'll vote for whatever party that makes elections every year.
Because what?
Hey!
Right?
Hey!
Yeah, so we clearly have generation capacity, and the coal is not wet, and the coal has not experienced too much sun, which is good. But unfortunately, for some residents in Soweto, they're still experiencing blackouts, as well as especially when it comes to the stealing of cables and the like. So we're in conversation with the community of Soweto to try to get to the bottom of exactly what's happening. Legal talk, as always, this evening. You know what happens after 8. We're going to be in conversation with our counsel. We've got a criminal lawyer. We've got a commercial lawyer, and as well as a family lawyer, to try to unpack some matters. And remember that student from Rhodes University last week who phoned into our show to say that she got raped? Well, we're taking her matter even more forward this evening. Do stay tuned for that.
Can't wait for it. Thank you so much. Bye, you.
Bye.
It's 4 after the hour, 7 on the Mighty Metro FM. It's not staring, it's looking. Gotta get out of here. Catch us on Soccer Zone 10 o'clock this evening on SABC Sport, SABC Plus at 8 o'clock. We're out of here. Thank you for being a part of the show. Tomorrow is Tuesday at 6 o'clock. We do it all over again. Pella. That's all me.
Table Mount. Coming out your stereos. 88.9. Let's go. Metro FM. Your coolest urban radio station. It's where you want to be. That's more.